Hey everyone! Okay, so I did something kind of cool. I got eyelash extensions yesterday afternoon and I wanted to make a really quick video to kind of share my first impression, sort of. I've had them for a whole day. I slept on them last night and I didn't have time to make a video about them yesterday, and so here I am. Okay. I made notes. I'm trying to be on the ball. This is kind of a big deal in my life. Obviously, lash extensions, it's not a need, it's a want. It's really expensive. My sister and I decided to do it like 3 months ago or something, and pretty much the only reason we decided to do it was because we saw a coupon on Groupon. I don't know if you're familiar with that website, but we got a really good deal on it. Typically, it's really excessively expensive, and it was still pretty expensive with the coupon, but I went for it anyways because I love eyelashes, if you didn't know already. I'm going to insert a clip of my eyelashes with just one coat of waterproof mascara, like not too much. I do have them curled. It's from a review video I did very recently on some mascara. This is basically just to give you an idea of what my natural lashes look like, even though they're not completely natural. It's all I had, so okay. And now let me show you what my eyelash extensions look like. I do have a little bit of makeup on my eyes. I have a bit of light eyeshadow and just a little bit of like darker eyeshadow along the lash line. I'll explain why that is after, but here we go. There's a lot going on there. So I got what they called the gorgeous lashes. There were 4 different like basic styles that you could choose from. I think they were called like the sexy, cutie, gorgeous, and there's another one, I don't remember what it was called, but you know, it was just different styles of like what length and shape of lashes you could get. And I chose the one that was kind of the most dramatic because I have a taste for the dramatic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a more is more kind of girl, and I'm like, if I'm gonna pay all this money for this, I want to see a massive difference and I want to go all out. So I went all out. This one was like, you know, shorter on the insides and then longer and thicker on the outsides, which is, I feel like, a universally pleasing thing. She actually suggested to me to get the cutie, and that was longer in the middle and then kind of shorter on the inside and outside. I don't know. I didn't go for it. My sister actually chose the same style I did, so I don't think I was crazy in choosing it. Beyond that, there are a whole bunch of different lengths and widths. I think my length was a number 14. I don't know if that's kind of like a universal numbering or if it will mean anything to you if you go to a different place or something like that. She asked me if I wanted a short, medium, or long, and then she immediately followed up with long is really long. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, let's just do medium. So these are just mediums. I don't even know what long would look like. So I don't know. This is definitely long enough for me. The whole process is supposed to take about 2 hours. For me, it took just over an hour and a half, which I was actually really happy about because I tend to be really restless. Like if I go get a pedicure or something like that, I'm like itching to leave and like freaking out, and I want to go do 100 other things. Surprisingly, I was pretty relaxed. It was really dark in there. There was some low music. I talked to the lady a little bit. I mean, I could see other people falling asleep during this because it's not painful, or I mean, it didn't bother me at all. I definitely could have let my mind wander and been like, she's yanking out my eyelashes, because you kind of can't see anything they're doing, but it doesn't hurt. And I mean, if you were really tired, I could see you falling asleep, but I was really excited, and I don't know, I don't fall asleep when people are putting their hands on my face. I don't know. It is hard for me to really tell you how she did it, although I know that she didn't do anything like super out of the ordinary. Ideally, I would have gotten a different appointment time than my sister, and I would have filmed the lady doing hers, but we were doing ours at the exact same time. So I didn't get to get any footage of the actual process, but it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's pretty much the basic lash extension process. But like I said, my eyes were closed the whole time, so I didn't really see it happen. Blind faith. One thing I could feel as she was working on each eye, I could feel like it wasn't painful and it wasn't overly irritating, but I could feel like, I have no other way to explain it, but it was a slight sensation when she was adding the glue. It wasn't painful, but it was like, oh, this is new. I don't know. And I was like, I can feel that. It doesn't hurt, but I can feel that. And she's like, yeah, it's just because you're not used to having any kind of glue this close to your eye. And I was just like, yeah, that seems normal. I don't know. It seemed hilarious to me. She said it's like a medical grade glue, so it's totally safe, and it's not like it got in my eye. It's just like I could kind of feel it. I have no idea how to explain that, but I tried. It was over before I knew it, and I was really happy with it, and I was like, whoa, oh my gosh, my eyes have been closed so long. I like went out in the sun and freaked out, and me and my sister were like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh no, you're so beautiful, and we felt like super glamorous. And I tried to put on my sunglasses, some of my driving sunglasses that I always keep in my car. Like when I would bat my eyelashes, it would like scrape, and I was just like, oh, what do I do? So I had to switch glasses. It was dramatic. They're not uncomfortable. They're not irritating me or anything like that. I did get this little piece of information. They give you kind of an aftercare slip of paper to take home with you. And I wanted to tell you what they told me just to kind of keep us on the same page here. They have special instructions just for the first 48 hours. So I'm still within that first 48 hours. I've just completed my first 24 hours. That got really technical. So you're not allowed to get your lashes wet in any way. Like when you're washing your face, you have to be super, super careful. You can't like go swimming. You can't go sweat all over them. None of that, because it's like it takes the hours for it to cure and really like bond together. I didn't wear any makeup on them yesterday, and I still don't have any mascara on them or anything. And some people say you can wear mascara. Some people say, oh, you can, but you really shouldn't. I think I'm definitely going to. I wasn't gonna wear any eyeliner, eye makeup, or anything today, and I went about half the day, and I was just like, no, I can't do this. It's just because you get used to looking at yourself with your winged liner and your crazy everything. And when you look at yourself without it, it's like, what? That's not me. You know what I mean? I think that's normal. But yeah, so I added a little like light stuff that I can get off without like, you know, really scrubbing and all that, because you're really not supposed to do that even past the 48 hours. So beyond the 48 hours, they suggest that you use completely oil-free soap when you have to cleanse your lashes. And they also suggest that you use a little dry spoolie or like a dry mascara wand. I had this extra one laying around that was on the other side of my old eyebrow pencil, and I've been using this one, and you just have to like kind of separate them, because when you wake up they're kind of like, they might try to sell you one there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go buy a cheap one or use an old one. One of the last notes they gave was like, okay, if you have to use mascara, just never, never, never wear waterproof mascara. So yeah. Also, it says all oil-free products. So not just the soap, but everything oil-free. Any kind of oil will just take them off. That sounds terrible. I'm not going to do it. That's all the instructions they gave me. Okay, now I'm thinking I just totally assume that everyone is familiar with what lash extensions are. Briefly, I will try to explain. What they do is they take a synthetic lash of whatever length or width or whatever of your choosing, and they use a special medical grade glue, and they go lash by lash, and they glue a lash extension to each one. Some people are super worried, like, oh, this is gonna ruin your lashes, it's gonna make them all fall out, it's gonna break them, and blah blah blah. I don't believe this at all. I think people are just like really scared, or maybe they've had a bad experience or something like that. Your lashes naturally cycle. Like, I don't remember how many weeks it is. Someone will tell me. As the lashes naturally cycle, your lash extensions will fall out with the natural lash, and a new natural lash will come into its place. Eventually, since they don't all fall out at once, you get really spotty and really like uneven and crazy looking, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna go and try to get the refill in 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm just gonna get them removed. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. Honestly, my sister was a whole lot more excited about hers than mine. Her eyelashes naturally just curl and look beautiful, and when she got the lashes, it was like, whoa, amazing. And my lashes, if you can see or tell at all, my lashes just go straight downward naturally, like straight, flat, super boring eyelashes, and I have to curl the crap out of them. And I was concerned about this, but I don't know, I went for it anyways. I asked her and she was like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry. So when she put the lash on, it kind of goes kind of a little bit down and then up. I don't know if there's any way to control this. I think I'm probably gonna get used to it, and once I'm past the 48 hours and I can wear liquid eyeliner and maybe some mascara, I think I'll probably feel a whole lot better about them. But for now, I'm kind of like, okay, this is cool, but I'm really ready to be reunited with my winged liner. Please and thank you. So yeah, I think that's everything I have to share. If there's something I forgot, I'll probably put it in the description down below. I'm really hoping that I can do something a lot like what I did with my Shellac Nails. I think it was a 16-day review, and I got them done and I documented the whole experience, and as they were chipping and as I went along, I'd be like, okay, this is day 5, they still look great, blah, blah, blah. And I showed you like the whole process. I'd like to do the same thing with the eyelash extensions. I hope it's not too crazy and embarrassing, because I've heard it can get real weird before you get a refill or get them off or whatever. So I don't know, but I'm gonna make this a totally separate thing because I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I never am. This is just how my life is. So I think that's it. If you have any comments or questions or whatever, you can comment down below. You can also find me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/LeighAnnSays. And on Twitter, I'm at LeighAnnSays, and I'm always there. You can hit me up anytime and I'll try to get back to you. And there are even more links down below if you want to check that out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Hey seriously. So whatever, the actual procedure, I don't know why I think of it as a procedure, I don't know. Obviously tell they're a lot lengthier, at least. Dying right now without mascara, even though, I don't know, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, okay. My details. I made some notes about the during part. A small, medium, or large. Or wait, a little light eyeshadow. A little bit more of a first impression. I really hope that made sense. The first one is the new Urban Decay Smoked Eyeshadow Palette. Let me show you the colors.